Hey guys, Tyler from North Mountain Knives here. Today we're going to do the second video in the Michael McDowell series. Michael McDowell commented on a video uh, a while back asking that I give my thoughts on what made good knives in different categories. The last video we did was the carry slash EDC knife category, so go check that out if you want to. Today we're going to do bushcraft slash outdoors style knives. Um, I'm going to get right into it. So, and this, let me preface this video by once again saying I am not an expert. I'm an enthusiastic amateur, and everything in this video is my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. I'm not going to fight you on it. It's a big world. There's a lot of opinions out there. Okay, so first thing, I think we're talking bushcraft and general purpose sort of. Well, I think he said Appalachian Trail outdoors knives, but you know, we're talking like long term survival slash thrival situations. I think you want high carbon steel. I know that you have to take a little bit better care of it and it rusts easier, but it also allows you to sharpen easier, number one. And number two, you can strike ferro rods on the spine if you have a 90-degree spine. Um, as a side note, if you order a knife from me, I will round the spine unless you ask for a square spine, because most people aren't striking ferro rods on the spine, and a 90-degree spine is a super hot spot if you're using it for processing game or something. So I've got a couple templates laid out here. I think these are kind of the size you want also. So this is my Mountaintop Hunter. This is a 7 3/4 inch overall knife with a 3.5 inch blade. Um, that is kind of what my go-to recommendation for somebody who wants a hunting knife or general purpose outdoors knife. This is my recommendation. Um, you can do pretty much everything you need with a blade this size. There is one exception I'll talk about in a minute. The other design I have here, this is just my generic bushcraft design. This is a more typical bushcraft style. This is a little bit bigger. It's like what is it? Oh, 8.5 inches overall with like a 4 inch blade. So that's a little bit more typical bushcraft knife style. Either one of those is fine. A lot of times you'll see these with a Scandi grind. That's a point of argument. I don't personally like Scandis that much, but I know a lot of people do. So if you wanted a Scandi grind, I wouldn't fight you on it. But I just don't prefer a Scandi grind. So the exception to this size rule is if you're planning on doing lots of like batoning, which I don't like. I make knives, not axes, right? So if you want to split wood, I recommend you take a tomahawk, a hatchet, an axe, whatever. Especially if you're going to go against the grain, then you should have a backpack saw or something. A knife's a knife, not an axe. But if you planning on batoning a lot of wood, then I would recommend something larger. This is my Coyote Camp knife. This is just a flat. This is flat. I haven't ground it all yet. This is just heat treated and profiled. This is a little bit bigger. This is like a 9-inch knife with a 4.5 inch blade. I think it's 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. This one's a little bigger still. This is I just call this a camp knife. I don't have another name for it, but one of these and a little heavier steel. You're going to want something a little bigger for batoning, and even these are probably a little small if you're doing a lot of batoning. You probably want something with a 6-inch blade. Even my slightly bigger one here is like a 5.5 inch blade. So that would be the caveat. If you know you're gonna be processing firewood with a knife, you want a bigger knife. I don't recommend that. I recommend having a hatchet or something to work on processing wood with, and then using your knife for knife purposes. If you want to see some examples of what I consider to be from other makers, obviously these are mine. If you go to my website or my Instagram, you can find Mountaintop Hunters and Bushcraft knives, and you can find the Coyote Camp and the regular camp knife. So I would recommend you check out for this style, especially with a Scandi grind, checking out Deering Knives, Deering Knives, based out of Michigan. That dude is wild. I think his books are closed right now, but honestly makes amazing bushcraft knives. The other guy that I would recommend taking a look at is Noah Larson at Larson Made. He's based right now in Washington State, and check out like his Trekker Light model. I don't know. I don't think he has anything available right now, but I know he just did a raffle on the Trekker Light. Uh, check that out. I think that's an ideal size. And lastly, I'll say for a little bit bigger maker, I would say check out Montana Knife Company. Montana Knife Company makes a model called the Speed Goat, and the Speed Goat is like, it's ideal. All right, this video is going longer than I intended. I'm going to stop it here. All those people have Instagrams. They all have websites. I'll try to link them below if I think about it. But you guys have a great day. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Peace.